Okay. As far as I know, it's ready to start. Got the fuel system in. I got this fuel pressure regulator here. It's plumbed in. I put the half shaft in, filled the transmission with some fluid just in case. I mean, I don't think there's going to be any issue with that. But transmission's got fluid, engine's got oil, got gas in there. I think it's ready to go. So I've even put coolant in it. So let's, I'm going to try and start it for you. It's going to be loud because it's just an open header and it's really echoey in this garage. But I'm super excited. So let's see if it works. Check one of the spark plugs, see if they're soaked or not. I don't have any fuel leaks as far as I can tell. Everything's staying pressurized it seems.
Nice.
You was in there yelling at me. I can see the check engine light flashing, but
I'll keep it starting.
We've got a big day ahead of us.
okay. Well, I think I got it figured out. One of the things was the coolant, engine coolant temperature sensor, which controls like the fuel cut, was reading at infinite resistance, which basically means that the circuit inside the sensor was broken. So I ordered a new one and replaced that. Had to clear the fault codes because it would start with the fault code still on it, and then once it did that, well, it started. So I'm gonna start it again for you. I can't start it for very long because it's 8 o'clock at night and it's very loud with the open header, and also it does not idle very low right now, so it is just nasty. But yeah, I'm gonna start it for you. Also, I'm closing my garage, so I don't want to pass out from carbon dioxide poisoning. But let's start it, and it's probably just gonna be a wall of noise on this phone. But let's give it a shot. Okay, well, you've seen the interesting part that everyone probably wanted to see, which is the engine running and the way it sounds. And there's still tuning to do, and as always, there's still a lot to do before this is done and drivable. But with the winter coming, or with the winter here, really, this is almost the end of December into 2026. It's freezing out here, and I will probably be out here less during the winter times. I'll be doing less project. There will be less to film. So I want to spend this time kind of focusing on more about how I film and making that look interesting and good. So there'll be a lot less work done over the time, but it'll be a lot more interesting to watch, hopefully. And I hope to get better with this side of things as you continue to watch me work on this. So this is the next episode, and I hope you enjoy, hopefully, this change of direction in the way I film. I'll try something different, see how it goes. All right, well, it's been like a month since I worked on this thing. It has been so terribly cold this winter. I think it was like -10 at one point in time, and the torpedo heater and electric heater just can't keep up in that weather. Even though it's insulated, you know, things like my garage door are not insulated, so it can only do so much. Today it's like 35 right now. It's supposed to get up to low 40s, so it should be really decent. I don't even have the heat on now, and it's pretty comfortable. So I've been collecting some stuff to get work on this, even though I haven't been able to work on it, and I'll show you what those things are. So I got these awesome boot kits from Japan. I got them from California, and the guy from California got them from Japan. But they are really good quality. They're not thin like the aftermarket stuff. They are really, I mean, it looks OEM, to be honest. So these ones didn't come with grease, but these other ones did. So again, really nice, thick, heavy-duty stuff. Here's the grease it came with. Came with clamps and everything. So really, really high quality. They look like they're the perfect size. So I'm gonna reboot these. We'll clean them out and then reboot them, put new grease in them because pretty nasty. Here's the other one. I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna reboot this one because this one's actually got really nice boots on it already. I mean, you can't, they don't look that cracked or anything. This one's a little cracked, but I mean, it looks like it's in good shape too. So I may not do this one. I may just keep those for a spare in the future. But that's the plan, is to reboot that one, clean them up, and maybe put them on. And then what else did I get? I had the crash bars chemically stripped and then powder coated. I got these done as a favor, so I told them not to, not to spend too much time on them, just, throw them in the oven when they had a chance. So the powder coat's not like super thick, which is fine. The inside's got still a little bit of rust in there. I don't know if you can see it. I mean, they still did a really good job. The powder coat, it's nice because it can get somewhat in there and chemically adhere to it a little bit. But what we're gonna do, I mean, it looks pretty dang good compared to how it was. You should have seen how they were when I sent them off. But I'm going to still spray some of this rust neutralizer on the inside. That's why I got this little spray thing, which is another reason why I like this stuff, because you can just spray it inside the cavities and we let it sit and do its thing. And then I'm going to spray wax inside of the cross members to let them just to keep them from rusting again, because they get really rusty. Outside of that, that's the two things that I really want to get done today. I could even put the front one crash bar on and start assembling some of the headlight bucket stuff. And we could do the axles in the front. I'm trying to think if there's time today, and I know I've said this a million times in all the videos, but I do eventually want to get to fixing these door hinges. So if I got time today, that's on the list. And then it probably won't be in this video, but I got this upper cross member that I've been working on, and then a lower one as well that I've been working on, so those will go on eventually as well. But that's enough talking. We're already 4.5 minutes in, so let's start some more filming and try and wrap up this episode. right, next thing we're gonna do, we got stuff sprayed in there to get as much area covered as we can. But next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna soak this rag with some of this, and we're gonna try to run it through back and forth and kind of get things evenly coated with this. So I'm gonna take like a coat hanger or something and run it through there. Thoroughly soak this. Right on like a rag. Okay, so yeah, I've been feeding the rag through there. You can see this one, I think, is done. So we look down in there. I think I got a pretty good coating on most everything. The wax will pick up the slack, the wax that I spray in there. Alright, so the rust converter is in there pretty good. You can see it's leaking out in spots. I think that we're going to get some good coverage in there, and hopefully I won't have to worry about it rusting from the inside out. Now, one other thing I got to do is there's a couple of rusted bolts on here. That's easy. I'm going to drill those out and then just put rib nuts in there. There's one more right there in that hole. You see that one is empty. That one's got a broken stud in it. That's simple. Just drill those out, put a rib nut in there, done deal. So these will, I'm gonna let those dry. That'll probably take until tomorrow for that to all dry, and then I'm gonna spray wax on the inside, and these things should be bulletproof. All right, so full disclosure on this, I've never done this before, so let's learn together, I guess. Okay, before I take this one apart, I'm going to clean and reassemble this side. Slip the boot on this side so that I don't forget which side's which, so I don't mix up the bearings. I don't think they're any different, but just to be safe. All right, let's see if we can see it. All right, so basically, you've got this, make some more room here. There we go. Okay, you've got this pull tab. You can pull it by hand until you get it snug. And then once it's like snug by hand, so usually snip it. Just to give us a little more room. Okay. Needle nose pliers or needle nose vice grips. I like to use these, give me a little more grabbing power. Okay. You can see I've got the tab. I've got this loop that's bent over. I usually take it, wedge against the loop in the tab, and you roll into it. It's going to start tightening. Go one more time. Go again. Oh, it's getting really tight. Okay, so once you got that tightness, you're going to fold the tab over. Like that. Then you're done. You can hammer it flat. You can snip it. Okay. There you go. Looks good. I'll just do the same thing for the outer boots, and then we'll repeat the whole process for the other axle. But let me zoom out here. There we go. Still got to do those outer clamps, but got a nice re-greased, rebooted axle. You may be wondering, why wouldn't you just buy new axles? They're cheap. That's part of the reason, because they're cheap. These, if you can see, are the original. I don't know if I can get you to see it, but these are the original NTN axles, made in Japan. So I've got higher quality bearings and steel in them than aftermarket. So they should last longer, and they were already in good shape. Like I said, there was no clicking or anything, and no noise being made. This one had the ripped boot, and contaminants started to get in, so that's why we rebooted it. But otherwise, even the other side was still had a boot on it, and it was in good shape, and there was evidence that these had been rebooted once before. So they've been taken care of in their lifetime. So that's why I wanted to rebuild these ones. I think that was the better option than buying some aftermarket ones. Because I have some aftermarket ones over there, spares, just in case anyways. Some used aftermarkets. Oh, also, this is the, since these came from the Swift GT, they're equal length axles. So, finding remans of the equal length axles from the GT is also really difficult. They do exist, but it's just, you never know if you're going to get the right ones. I didn't really want to mess with that. It was easier to find Japanese boots to reboot these instead. I think I'm going to call that the end for today. I'm going to work on this a little bit tomorrow and finish up this other axle, but I probably won't film it. I just want to show you I had this one popped open. This one was probably rebooted also at one point in time in its life. Like I said, this is a really clean looking boot here. I want to pop this off just to look at that, and that's definitely like an aftermarket grease, but it looks super clean. So these ones, I don't know. I might still take them apart and put new boots on it, and then just hold these boots as spares. Because I've already got a part, and I was putting new grease in these. I probably won't clean them out as much as that one. But yeah, they look, I mean, that's Looks really nice. I'm excited for those to go in the Swift, and I can add some transmission fluid in. I can fill it all the way up without worrying about it leaking. Put the axles in, finish up the exhaust. I mean, there's a lot to do, of course, and didn't get to that. I probably won't. And tomorrow I'm also going to spray the wax on the inside of these and probably put the front one on. Maybe do a little bit of work in the back to be able to put the back one on. But I think that's it for this episode. We're going to be approaching the 30-minute mark, and there was some exciting stuff in this about starting the vehicle, so I'll leave it at that, and we'll do some more interesting stuff as it starts to warm up out, hopefully, the next month. Anyways, that's it. Thanks for watching.